Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 39 of our All the Mod 6 to the Sky Let's Play series, where today we are continuing towards our Powah reactor and our uraninite. As you can see here, I went ahead and threw our uraninite into our enrichment chamber and our mechanism compact machine there and got us our 4 uraninite we need to go ahead and make our uraninite seeds. So let's get that going, and then we can start, getting more uraninite and getting more Powah, because that's been our bottleneck now, is Powah. I keep saying Powah because of the Powah mod. Our bottleneck is power. Yeah. Anyway, seeds. So we need some supremium essence. We're going to need 4 of these. And look at that. We already have quite a bit of supremium. So that is fantastic. So we have supremium, and then we needed prosperity seed base, which is just you. And then before we never mind. I was going to say, before we go do this, I was going to set up some auto crafting to downcraft our supremium if needed, but it's okay. What we're going to do is get rid of these inferium because, they're cool and all, but we don't need them right now. We have a whole farm for inferium. It's working okay. So we need the super speed from this section. 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to put this here, and we're going to get a uraninite seed. And then we need to get uraninite going. So what I'm going to do is pop this bad boy here. It's going to grow pretty quick. That's no slouch. Let's get some bone meal. We're going to put the bone meal in here. We're going to make it grow even faster. And actually, let's just get a chest with some bone meal, with a pipe. Let's go pipe. That's an energy pipe. That's not the pipe I wanted. I wanted an item pipe. We're going to do this, and we're going to do this. And then where's Morpho tool at? There you are. Bam. And then we're going to set bone meal in this chest. So we're just going to have this thing go crazy with our bone meal. Go ahead and just take all of that bone meal and grow this thing like crazy. How much more do you need? Good. And we can even get our armor stand with our hoe of growth. We can set this bad boy up. And he had a pretty decent range, so we'll set him up here, facing the other way. Armor stand. Centered, yes, bam. Take that, bam. Grow that even more. And then isn't there like a lily pad of fertility? Other than this, speed up growth even more. I would need supremium growth accelerators. From what I understand, these growth accelerators don't grow as fast as you would expect them to. So just keep in mind, they have been either nerfed, or with pedestals, it's significantly slower. It doesn't really give you much more benefit. So you don't really need to set these up. Fertile essence is this. Honestly, I could do this. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's just go for it. Lily pad. From what I understand, the lily pad goes crazy. So we need 2 supremium growth accelerators, which requires this, which requires this. We have the supremium, so I'm not like too concerned about it. That's you. And then we need 4 of these. Luckily, we've been getting a bunch of slime pearls, and that's it. So we do have water here, but we have this pedestal there, and I don't know if it's going to work. So let's just we'll just break this. We'll set up piece of dirt can go. No, give me that. Excuse me, sir. That was not acceptable. What I meant to do was that. Get our bucket. And then put our lily pad here. And let's see what happens. I mean, it's an instant growth when it does grow. How much uraninite do we have? 47 uraninite essence, and we can plant even more seeds. Which will even, that, oh, look at that. I think those particle effects, I don't know if those are from the lily pad or the armor stand, but we're getting quite a bit of uraninite. How much of this do you need? It is 9 to get, or 8 to get 2. Okay. So basically, we just need to let this run until we get some more seeds. And we'll get the seeds, plant them, and we're good to go. Okay, cool. One thing I will note is this does use durability from the hoe. So, yeah, something to keep in mind. Also, this is pretty laggy from what I understand. If you have a bunch of these set up because of that, those particle effects. So just, yeah, something to keep in mind. But this is almost as, like, fast as you can get it. Other than putting growth accelerators and... honestly, I don't know what else you could do. Higher tier pedestal. I think the speed for pedestals can go up to like tier 6. Oh no, it can go to tier 9. Though they all say 20 times faster, but I don't think I think tier 9 is going to end up being faster than that. But yeah, anyway, that's pretty darn quick, I would say. Have we gotten any more seeds? Yeah, 5 more. Since that will be enough to fill out this whole area. And then we are going to be, blowing through on that uraninite. Okay, cool. So that was that. So basically what that means is we now have enough uraninite to be able to continue on with our Powah reactor. So let's go ahead and teach the system how to make uraninite. So that is this. And we're going to need to set up another crafter. So let's just go ahead and kick off the crafter of the gold tier. And that way it's ready to go for us. Okay, so reactor. We need to build the reactor. Let's go find, where's our Akashic Tome? We have an Akashic Tome, correct? Yes. And it should have books in here, right? Yes. Powah, where's Powah? We need to look at our reactor. Okay, reactor is a multi-block generator that uses uraninite as its main fuel. To build it, you will need 36 reactor blocks in your hand and place them in a 3x4 replaceable area. Okay, so we need 36 total reactor blocks. So this is our starter tier. This is our basic tier. We have a hardened tier. This is going to generate 1100 RF a tick, 533 for the basic, and then as we go up to the nitro, it's 7000 RF a tick. And that's just your base power. You can modify it based on stuff that you use. You can put like ice in there to cool it down. You can put some, wither milk in there, ether gas to cool it down, things like that, which we will be doing. I think we have the ability to get to the blazing tier. It's just going to require us to set up a bunch of auto crafting of Powah stuff and a bunch of power we're going to have to use for this. So let's get that going. Okay, so first off, we need to get up to blazing tier. So let's go look at Powah and see what we're going to need to get up to the blazing tier. Basically, these blazing capacitors is what we're going to end up needing for everything. So let's go ahead and teach the system how to make these, even though we're not quite there yet with them. But the system will know it, okay? So in order to make those, we're going to need blazing crystals. Recipe for blazing crystals is blaze rods. 1 blaze rod is a blazing crystal, or 4 blaze powder is a blazing crystal. It is a little bit more power heavy, but our blaze rods, what was our recipe for blaze rods again? It is in the enrichment chamber, 6-to-1. So it is 6 makes 1, so it's a little less power efficient, but we're not going to be using all of our blaze. So I think I'm going to go with this recipe. And that's going to go into our... This is our autocraft. This is our energizing rod. So that is the blazing tier, okay? And honestly, the blazing tier doesn't require prior tiers to be crafted. So I think... let's see, the blazing reactor. Yeah, that just requires capacitors. And then what if we wanted to get the blazing rods? That just requires... This requires us to go tier up through. And we're definitely going to want to do that because it's going to be annoying to craft all those. Okay. Let's go ahead and drop the blazing capacitors into there. Let's find the energizing orb. You're going to be the blaze powder in there. And then we need to teach the system how to make blazing reactors, which is this. You and you get made like that. Okay. So we need 36 of these. Is that doable? Can we make that happen? Reactor. We're missing basic capacitors large. Oh, did I never teach how to make those? Okay. We have everything else though, it looks like, so that's good. And reactor. Yeah, we have enough uraninite. We have enough blaze powder. Do it. Craft us 36 of those. And while that's doing that, let's go into here. Let's go get our store or our crafter and add this additional gold crafter to the system because we are running out of room for autocrafts. Bam. But now we're not. Okay, and basically now it's just a waiting game because what's going to have to happen if we go into our Powah area, it's going to be crafting these blazing crystals, but it takes 120,000 RF, and these guys are only able to output so much RF. I don't remember exactly how much it is. They're actually not doing too bad, so I'm not going to complain, but we're going to just slowly take one and start upgrading it to the next tier because we can. So we need to teach the system how to make hardened capacitors, and it's 2 per, and I set up, what, 9? So I need 18 hardened capacitors. Hardened capacitor. The recipe for you is this. There's still room in there, yes. So let's say hardened capacitor. We're going to want 18 of these, and it's going to bump into the other crafting, so we're not going to be able to, do it until this craft that I had scheduled finishes. And this is going to take a while for all of this, to be honest with you. So we're not going to be able to get, all of these upgraded immediately, but we can do some of them. So that's you. Okay, so there is one ardent tier. Oh, and it made no, I wanted to use that one. Well, that's okay. Let's do it again. I see what's happening. It's crafting that's what I need to do. The basic tier. Let's take that and this out. I don't want it to craft those. I want it to craft everything else, but I already have the ones that I want made, so let's not let it keep making them. So we need recipe for you. Recipe for you is this. And we ended up with another one. That's okay. So we have 2 more. Recipe for hardened. So just basically means we're going to add 2 more to our energizing orb out there, since I already went ahead and, accidentally made them. There we go. Okay. Where are our advanced pipes? In here. Let's go to Powah. And like I said, basically that means we're just going to add 2 more to this since I crafted them already, but we're going to do that and that and that. And that'll speed it up even more. because these guys can transfer even faster. Energized steel. How much of that do I have left? Not a whole lot, but capacitors. Oh, you know what? I do have the 10. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4. I can do 5 more. Usage of you. I need the 5 of these. Okay, and then you get upgraded to that. Just like this. And it's that easy to tech up through Powah. It just requires, a little bit of time, but it's not a difficult process to do. So we need 6 more of those capacitors. And then we need those dielectric thingies. We're going to need 3 more. But then we can take that, and that. Just waiting on the energized steel to get cooked. Now we're going to bottleneck with the energized steel. But yeah. And then if you look at these, so these can transfer 50 RF a tick. And then the hardened ones can transfer 120 RF a tick. And then when we get to the blazing, those will be able to transfer 300 RF a tick. So as you upgrade, they get faster and faster at doing what they're able to do. It's just a matter of, we're waiting for the reactor craft that I kicked off to finish, which it should be getting close. 47 more, 46 more. So yeah. Yeah, pretty much that's where we're at. I'm going to let this sit here, and we'll come back when this craft is ready and we can start working on building our reactor. So yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, our craft has completed. So let's go check out our reactors. 36 reactors, exactly what we needed. And then we can also just go ahead and dielectric casing. We can just go ahead and upgrade these guys real quick, since they're here and we were waiting on that craft anyway. Yeah, let's go. Let's go into our Powah area. We'll set these guys back up. Not there, buddy. And I'm debating on if I want to switch. Excuse me. I'm debating if I want to switch over to using, mechanisms pipes instead of using the stuff from the pipes mod. Going forward, I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, so when you get your reactors and you have all 36 of them, it gives you this nice little square on the ground telling you, hey, this is going to build here. And I think, there looks fine. I don't have any issues with building it here. So if we just take our reactors and we right click, boop, it's going to go doot, 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 doot. It's going to do the thing. It builds on its own, which is pretty darn nifty. I love when things build themselves because, it's less work for me. And I am a fan of less work. Yeah, so there's our reactor. And that's pretty much it. That's the reactor from Powah. So we had a couple things in here in the GUI, or GUI, as some say. And, I don't know, that's a debate, as far as I know. GUI or GUI. I've always said GUI. Some people say GUI. I don't care which one's right, but let me know what you say in the comments, I guess, because, yeah, I say GUI. And if I say GUI and it bothers you, well, that sucks. Anyway, so we got a couple things. Auto mode. What this does is reactor will stop when it's full and start when it has less than 70% of its energy. So what we do is we take uraninite and we craft up some uraninite. So let's say, can we afford a stack of uraninite? We can. The nice thing with the reactor here from Powah, it won't explode when you get too much power in there. So you're not going to have to worry about power explosions. So as of right now, we are generating 1.6 thousand RF a tick. And real quick, before we dive any deeper, I need to set up uraninite essence in one of these because we are going to slowly fill up our system with well, with it. So let's go ahead and do that. And these guys are already set up with all their stuff. So bam. Okay. So now your uraninite essence is going to go into there. We don't have to worry about it. Back into Powah. So our reactor here, okay, has a couple things that we can do. So as you can see here, it's pretty darn hot, okay? And we can cool it down. Right now it's generating 1.6 thousand R, or I'm sorry, it's generating 10,000 RF a tick, which is actually, that's a lot of power for something that didn't really cost us too much. If we get a sink and we pump water into this guy, we can increase our generation because it will keep it cooler. So let's get a fluid pipe and we'll just get the ultimate tier. That way we can pump as much water as we possibly can into it. And grab our morphing tool, which is somewhere right here. Extract. Pipe upgrade. Now we got water in here, which should lower the temperature. And we're generating still 9.8 thousand RF per tick. What I need to do is get a flux plug. I never taught the system how to make flux plugs. Interesting. Bam and bam. So we're going to take this flux plug. We'll pop it right here. Boop. Correct? No. We'll pop it right here. Yes. And you are going to be on our input network. And yeah, you are going to take out the power from here. So basically that's that. This is going to be called Powah reactor. And if we look here, Powah reactor, we're inputting currently 0. And why is that, you would ask? And I would give you an answer of, I don't know. Let's go over to, you know what? It's probably because this is full. We filled up our battery again, right? Yes. Batteries have all back stuffed except for this one, but this is an input, so it's filling up. But let's go to our mechanism area and let's turn that thing back on and then see what happens. Yeah. So now that that's running again, we should see this battery not draining because our power reactor is inputting at 15,000, 22,000. Look at that. It's pulling power, 23,000. And that's all coming from our power reactor. So yeah, all of that power that's in the reactor that was backstuffed is going in there. So it's going to slowly start draining, but it's generating at 10K. So basically it's fluctuating on its output, but it looks like it's inputting on average. Where is the thing? 15,000 ish. So yeah, that's that. And that's not even the most efficient that we can get with this. So for our coolants, if we look at our book for Powah, we have a couple different options for coolants. Let's go through here and click through the book. When generating energy, the reactor heats up, causing it to consume fuel faster and generating less forge energy per tick. So you need to cool it down using a coolant like water. Also, you can use a solid coolant like snow or ice for extra coldness. Solid coolants require liquid coolants to work. So we're going to pump water in, and we're going to start working towards making ice and pumping redstone into this, which just makes it faster. Carbon materials like coal wood will improve the fuel efficiency and add 180 degrees Celsius of heat. And redstone will speed up the production and will add 120 degrees Celsius of heat. And then if you have it in auto mode, it will stop when it's full. So basically what we want to do is pump in redstone, coal, and then ice. And the best coolant or the best ice to use is going to be packed ice. So we're going to have to set up, packed ice into this guy. And I don't know if it shows it. Yeah, solid coolants. So that is a temp of -8 degrees Celsius just by putting that in there. And then our best liquid to put in there is ether gas. And I know all of this from using this before, by the way. Ether gas? No. Yes? Yes? Yes. I'm gonna have to go look at my old world and just double check that. Dry ice. Oh, dry ice. I'm sorry. We're not putting packed ice in there. We're putting dry ice. Dry ice comes from smelting or energizing 2 blue ice, which comes from 9 packed ice or 4 dragon ice. It's a lot of ice. Let's see. What other options do we have for this ice generation? I mean, we had the Pier Daisy. We could set up an automation of the Pier Daisy. This takes time. Anyway, but yeah. So if we take our redstone, if we get a stack of redstone and a stack of coal and put that in there as well, bam and bam, it will make this, you know, it's going to make it run hotter, but it's more efficient ultimately. And we're generating now 17,000 RF per tick just by putting those 2 in there, because we're more efficient on our fuel and we're producing more. We're at 16,000 because as we fill up, it slows down its production. But yeah, pretty sweet. So in the next episode, what we're going to do is I'm going to set up auto importing of stuff. We're not going to use this sink for long. This was just for demonstration purposes. But we're going to go ahead and auto import redstone and coal and water into this. So that way we can, you know, keep it full. We have water in our refined storage system. So that's pretty nifty. And then we're going to work on getting our compact ice automated. So yeah, anyway, that's it for this episode. We've set up our reactor. I mean, our power issue should theoretically be pretty much solved now. If we go to our lava power, this should not be draining. Yes, this should still have its 6.5 million buffer. It may be prudent for us to start working on setting up an induction matrix to start storing all this power, but look at these guys. They're all happily running. Our battery is full. We are no longer, you know, we're no longer struggling with our power. So I'm not going to complain too much at the moment. Or at all, really. I'm not going to complain at all because it works. But yeah, next episode, I think we will work towards automating. Let's see, we did this, and we did this. We'll start working on automating the packed ice, or really it's dry ice that we need. And then that way we can have this power reactor operating at its max efficiency. And then upgrading this is as easy as just upgrading these reactor blocks. So if we wanted to go to like a higher tier, I do believe, can we use the old to make the new? That is the question. Yes. So we use the old to make the new, but it uses 2 of them to make 1 of the next tier. So keep that in mind. We're going to need a total of 72 blazing to make 36 of the neotic. But yeah, anyway, that's it. So if you enjoyed this episode, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate it. It really does help out the channel. You'll see here that just turned red. It turned off because it hit the auto mode. So it did its thing. Or maybe when blue, it turns off, red is on. Either way, it did its thing. It cycled. Enjoy. Or if you enjoyed, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. I'm all out of order here. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.